Today we're looking at 3 different properties at 3 vastly different price points. A condo for $500,000, a semi for $1 million, and a fully detached home for $2 million, so you can get an idea of exactly how far your dollar goes in the Toronto core. Let's get into it. So this is the condo for $500,000. Let's take a look. Walk in, you have a closet on your right here, and then another double door closet here. You have floor to ceiling windows in the living room. And this is your view. We're right downtown by Bloor Street here. Windows are pretty dirty, so it's tough to see. They have a table set up here and a lined kitchen. I do like the white finish. However, these are condo size appliances. So you see a condo size oven. There's the hidden condo size dishwasher here. What I see in like 90% of new buildings, the same fridge, which is condo sized, and freezer. Not so small, but not big either. And then this unit just has this sliding glass door bedroom. If you followed me at all, you know I've talked about these before. I really don't like them for the soundproofing and just, the builders were just trying to save space with this unit, clearly trying to fit more units into the floor plan. So the sliding glass door bedrooms let them do that. The actual room itself is not so small, and I do like the light floor coloring they chose. You have a spacious double door closet, and a bit awkward, you have to go through the bedroom to actually get to the bathroom here. It's a 3-piece bathroom. The vanity is pretty nice. All glass and a walk-in shower with the stainless steel shower head. There is some mold and everything in the corners of the shower you can see there, but that's pretty common and easy to take care of. This unit doesn't come with parking, it's under 500 square feet, and it's $500,000. That gives you an idea of what downtown Toronto really costs, even when the condo market is this far down. So before we get to the second property, let's review what we just saw. That condo had floor-to-ceiling windows, lots of natural light, and I quite like the finishes and the floor color that they chose. However, it is under 500 square feet for $500,000 without parking, without storage, and with that sliding glass door that I really don't like. It doesn't give you much privacy. It doesn't do good for soundproofing. So really, that unit is only suitable for one person. And good luck if you're trying to work from home with 2 people there. I've been in a 1-bedroom, a 1+10 my wife and I used to live in on Simcoe Street, and that did not work with both of us working from home. So overall, I would rate this condo about a 6 out of 10. It's just too small and no parking. There's not the value there compared to a lot of other options in the city. And by the way, if you're thinking of buying or selling in Toronto, reach out to me directly. My number's on screen, or just book a free call with my Calendly link in the description as well. All right, on to property number 2. So right now we're in the $1 million property. So let's take a look. You walk in, it's all open concept here. So you have this nice entryway, living room over to your left here with a large window that lets in a lot of light, Dollarama across the street. And this open concept style is really something that has come very into popularity in the last, I'd say 5 to 10 years. We renovated our house in this way as well. You have a nice area for a dining room table over here, the open concept kitchen with the large island. This is quartz as the finish. I'd say about 90% of the counters I see now are quartz finishes. Nice coloring and good amount of just natural light coming in and out of the kitchen. We have the sink, the dishwasher. One note, that is a condo-sized dishwasher. A little bit unfortunate to see that in a semi-detached house. It's pretty small. I usually see these in newer condo buildings. But otherwise, I'd say the kitchen's quite nice and well done. Large refrigerator, a gas range, Lots of pot lights throughout. Again, this is really common in newly renovated properties. I would say this has been newly renovated for the most part, although you can see that the windows are actually quite a bit older. And one thing I always tell prospective buyers to be a bit wary of is if you see a property that has been renovated, everything's new, floor, all that type of stuff, the kitchen, the washrooms. If they didn't do the windows, sometimes it's a bit of a red flag because it means maybe they did more of a cosmetic renovation. So you have to watch out for that. So we can see that the windows here are a little bit older, along with the doors. Although I do really like these old style wooden doors. These large gold locks here are actually old school auto locks that make sure the door locks whenever you come in and out. So let's go upstairs. You have a renovated 4-piece washroom here with the tub, the vanity. Again, this is an older window, you can see from the trim. And then they have this newer type of mirror that actually has certain controls on it. You have a light built into the mirror here. And then you also have the fan toggle. Nice shower head here. Lots of different settings. A little bit of a narrow hallway, but that's pretty common. This is a semi-detached, so it's normal to have kind of narrower spaces. This is one of the bedrooms here. This is the second bedroom. I've seen so many of these Toronto houses where outside of this window, literally just see your next door neighbor, but at least this window lets in a lot of light and you're not just staring right into someone else's window, which happens quite a lot in Toronto. This is a linen closet, and that's usually where you get your attic access. You see a lot of home inspectors going into those areas with the attic access. And this would be the primary bedroom. Nice large bay window over here, which lets in tons of natural light. I'll show you the backyard here quickly. It's not much of a backyard. It's mostly just this garage. So it's been out of use for a little while. You do have this back porch here as well. Let's check out the basement. So on the main floor, we had engineered hardwood flooring. Down here, it does look like vinyl flooring to me, which is pretty good for basements. It's waterproof or very water resistant. We do have a bedroom in here. Cold storage is through that door. Another bedroom. So this is actually a 2-bedroom basement unit. Space for a table. This box in there is the electrical. And this is the 4-piece washroom down here, along with the washer dryer. And the fridge is kind of tucked into a really awkward spot here, right in between the washer dryer. Toronto semis, you're really doing everything you can to fit as much as you can into the limited space that you have. And now we do have a separate entrance to the unit leading to the back and that same garage area. And then we have a tight kitchen in here. It is nicely renovated, good finishes, but there is no oven. You just do have that 4 stovetop burner over here. So overall, I'd say this is a pretty good property, nice and open concept, but there are some concessions that you make being a semi-detached in the central location. I really liked how they had the light flowing through the whole house on the main floor. It was open concept, and that 2-bedroom rental unit in the basement could provide some valuable extra income every month to help offset your mortgage costs. I think you'd be easily able to rent that out for over $2,300, $2,400 a month. However, like a lot of semis in Toronto, it was pretty narrow. And we really saw that with the basement unit where the fridge was right next to the washer dryer and that kitchen was really, really narrow. Also, the backyard was pretty rough. It was just kind of a storage space with that old defunct garage. Overall, I give it about a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Depending on the type of lifestyle you live, it could actually make a lot of sense with 3 bedrooms and that extra income potential, and also the new renovations. Let me know what your rating is in the comments below. So we're here in the $2 million fully detached home near High Park. Let's take a look. So you walk into this beautifully laid out living room space. I love the moldings running up and down the wall, large windows letting light go all the way through the house from one end to the other. Spacious dining room area with a large table and this bay window letting in tons of natural light. You can see a bit of the backyard through the window. We'll get to that. I really love this pattern they chose for the quartz here. You have a custom oven, built-in hidden dishwasher here, which is kind of a cool feature. Oversized sink, and this is also a custom large fridge for the space. Small extra counter space over here. Now moving through this hallway, we have a powder room, but surprisingly, you actually have a tub here as well. Usually you don't get a tub in these powder room spaces on the main floor, so that's a nice addition. And you have a bedroom on the main floor here. Pretty good sized window, and then you have a door leading right to the backyard. Let's make our way upstairs. I will say there's a lot of stairs in this house, so get ready for a climb. So this is the first landing. You have a window here. We are near High Park, so the homes are pretty close together, as you can see. This nice wall molding goes all throughout the house. And I really like this floor color. It's actually really similar to what my wife and I chose in our house. You have a spacious bedroom. This is the primary bedroom, this nice bay window, double closet, and a beautifully done primary washroom. You have the rain shower head. I like the gold accents all throughout here. This mirror, which is a light up mirror. And they do have taller ceilings here. It looks like 9-foot ceilings to me on this level. Linen closet, second bedroom. Letting in a lot of natural light. Another washroom. 3-piece washroom, rain shower head, the vanity here. All right, next set of stairs, we keep going up. Finally, we're at the top level, which has this nice wide planked herringbone pattern, which I'm a big fan of. It's in that same color we've seen throughout the whole house. You have a large double window here, letting in lots of natural light. Small little extra storage space here, which is always kind of funny. You can see the insulation. This is an attic. In a lot of houses before, they've built into the ceiling space here, and that's why the roof is a bit slanted. This is the attic. They've just turned it into a more usable space. The nice bedroom, beautiful washroom here. And look, we're near High Park, so you can see all the trees, huge shower stall. And again, which is a theme throughout this house, tons of natural light. The basement's unfinished, so there's not really anything to see there except for mechanical and everything else. Let's talk about the $2 million fully detached home. I really enjoyed the molding all throughout the property. The floor colors were perfect to me. Like I was saying, I have very similar floor colors in my own house. I really love the herringbone pattern and the attic space that they've repurposed and built into to make that really beautiful top level bedroom with the oversized shower and the nice vanity and washroom. It also was very open concept, a lot of good use of space. I will say that the backyard for that price point was not quite as nice as I would have hoped. It looked like it needed some work and some landscaping. Also, the basement was not finished, which could add another $50,000 to $75,000 or even more, depending on the finishes that you choose. And lastly, there were a lot of stairs. If you're not trying to get a workout every time you go from the top floor to the bottom, it might not be the house for you. Overall, I think I would give it about an 8 to 8.5 out of 10, depending on your lifestyle. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Today we saw 3 places at 3 totally different price points. Each one could work for different people depending on their lifestyle. To me, the overall winner, based on value and utility, the semi-detached home for $1 million. While I like the $2 million house the best, it is double the price of the semi. And with that extra income potential of the semi-detached, you could really cut down your mortgage to just a couple $1,000s a month. So let me know what you think in the comments, which one was your favorite. And if you're thinking about buying or selling in Toronto, reach out to me as always. My contact info is in the description, and so is my Calendly link to book a free call. I'm Jordan Abrams, this is Living in Toronto, and I'll see you around town.